Hello, and welcome to Highlander Highlights. I'm Liam Vetter.
And I'm Luke Leathers. Basketball is one of the most popular sports here at Floyd Central High School, and our Highlanders are finally at full strength.
The fully healthy roster was able to pick up a good win over Charlestown this past Friday, leading Nate Rushing's 35 points.
The basketball team was back in action Saturday night, but they lost to a good North Central team 77-70.
You can catch the Highlanders back in action this Wednesday as they play host to conference opponent Jennings County.
The Highlanders basketball team sure has been busy, and it seems they are clicking at the right time, and our very own Highlander Highlights reporter Blanton Varvel gave us an inside look to what the basketball team does.
The Floyd Central Highlanders have faced a few new coaches coming into this season. Coach Fonzo White is introducing a new scheme to this year's boys basketball team, coming into this year with high hopes and promises of showing this team a bright season.
That comes to mind is that when you come into a situation where you're trying to rebuild a culture, you're in the process of, you're doing two things. You're trying to build a team, but you're also trying to build a team of players and a team of coaches. And sometimes that's often difficult because you're trying to figure out who's going to work well together and what's going to work well and what ideas are going to be presented.
Floyd Central has faced a few tough opponents this season, coming off a very exciting win this past weekend.
Yeah, obviously, you have to make some changes. It's a lot faster pace once you get to the varsity level. So yeah, just playing faster, doing the little things so I can stay on the varsity court, playing good defense, blocking out, getting a good closeout up, just playing hard too. That's how I stay on the floor.
The Highlanders defeated Evansville at home with a score of 58-55, improving their record to 6-9.
And what ideas, there's going to be resistance on. And, it's tough when you're trying to build two teams at the same time, throughout the course of the season. But, moving forward, as we move into the next year, we should be better with things, and everybody should understand the concepts and the mission that we're trying to accomplish with all the elements that we work on in practice.
Welcome back to Highlander Highlights. With us today to talk about basketball, we have star freshman guard Landon Reed. So how's the basketball season been going for you, Landon?
I think it's been going pretty well. It's been an accomplishment to be able to play varsity as a freshman, and we've been playing a really tough schedule, and I think we've done very well.
Yeah, overall, you've definitely been the standout freshman of the team. What are your thoughts on your coach?
I like him because he makes us play at a high pace so we can put up a lot of points.
During this season, you all have dealt with a bunch of injuries, but it seems the team is now fully healthy. So, how are you all clicking at the right time?
That helps a lot that we're very healthy at the right time because the postseason's about to come up. And, yeah, we should be ready for the postseason.
And, speaking of the postseason coming up, very shortly, I feel like Floyd's playing their best basketball they have all season. This is a great time to have that momentum. Do you think that's going to carry into the postseason?
Yeah, I think it will. Especially since we're going to a couple conference games and we'll get to know the teams better that we're going to play.
Thank you for joining us on Highlander Highlights today, Landon. We're going to be right back after a quick break.
This basketball regular season has been fun, but the postseason will be even better, and it's just around the corner.
On Sunday night, the IHSAA network will be live streaming the reveal of the basketball sectionals.
For Floyd Central, they play in the Seymour sectional, which consists of Floyd Central, New Albany, Jeffersonville, Seymour, Bedford North Lawrence, Jennings County. Any thoughts on the sectionals, Luke?
This is a very great sectional in my opinion, very balanced. There's not really a clear contender. Probably the top two teams I'd have to go with is Jeffersonville. They've been pretty dominant. You also have Seymour, who beat Jeffersonville on a last-second shot. But then you have Jennings County, the reigning sectional champions. They have probably the best player in the sectional, Carter Kemp, but they lost a whole bunch of talent. Then you have surprise teams like Floyd Central. If they start getting things going, I could see them being a threat. New Albany as well, they've been hot. Bedford North Lawrence. Overall, the Seymour sectional is always very fun. If you can make it out there, it's great basketball all 3 nights.
Especially this year, because all of the teams are really close together in terms of talent. We haven't seen that much throughout recent years, but this year, definitely a lot of these teams are a lot closer in talent than in previous seasons.
Definitely, no clear-cut team at all.
Another popular winter sport is wrestling, and they're a bit farther into the postseason.
Floyd Central wrestlers are having another great season, and they are sending Anthony Kessinger, Hunter May, Justin Brown, Bray Emright, and Finn Douglas to states.
It's great to see all these winter sports having such successful seasons, and I'm sad to see them go. But one big sport that plenty of people are excited about is track.
And our very own Highlander Highlights reporter Colby Pennington provided us an inside look into the track team.
So if they run the 100 and 200, it might be something shorter or quicker. If they run the 200, 400, it might be a little longer. The distance runners are going to go with Jeff Little, our distance coach. It all depends where we're at in the season and what we're training for, really.
Kaylee Williams, I'm a sophomore. I'd say we have a pretty strong bond compared to last year. We do team bonding exercises like once a month to once every 2 months. So,
my name is Stephanie Smith and I'm a junior. It keeps me active, and then the environment is really fun and just nice. And then I don't know, it keeps you striving towards something, and you have to work really hard. You learn grit. You kind of build some strong friendships through mutual pain in the workouts, and happiness and celebration when we win. And
We'll be right back with Will Conway after these messages.
Chicken Salad Chick, located in Jeffersonville, Indiana, offers over a dozen varieties of delicious, scratch-made, Southern-style chicken salad, pimento cheese, and egg salad. From simple to savory, fruity and spicy, you're guaranteed to find something you'll love. Order a scoop, sandwich, or bowl for dine-in or carry-out. Check them out at Veterans Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or their website.
Hello and welcome back to Highlander Highlights. Here with us to talk about track, we have senior Will Conway.
Will, how does it feel to finally be committed to a school?
It feels nice. Committing to Tennessee was a dream come true, and it takes a lot of pressure off of me. So instead of having to try to impress every single collegiate coach, I just got to impress one and prove that I'm good enough to be there and show that that's where I belong.
With it being your senior season, is there anything special you want to do this year?
I'm yet to win a state championship, and I've been on the verge of that for a very long time. So when the first weekend of June comes around, I want to win, and I want to be the first Indiana high schooler to run a mile under 4 minutes.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and I think, you've been running track since forever. What is the biggest lesson you've learned from your freshman year to your senior year?
The biggest lesson I've learned is that nobody's going to do anything for you. In a sport like track or cross country, where it's an individual sport, you got to put in all the work by yourself. And as there are team aspects to it, but when it comes to individual success, you got to look out for yourself out there. You got to put in the work by yourself, and there's nobody saving you out there. It's all you. So, yeah.
How do you plan on leading the track team this year?
By example. If I run fast and I do good workouts, I believe the other distance guys will too.
Yeah, you know, you've been a great leader on the team overall, and we just thank you for your time here today.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back on Highlander Highlights.
Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan. Sally up, bring Sally down, last time sparks got to tear the ground. Sally up, bring Sally down, last time sparks got to tear the ground. Sally up, bring Sally down, last time sparks got to tear the ground. Sally up, bring Sally down, last time sparks got to tear the ground. Sally up, bring Sally down, last time sparks.
Close to Harper. It's drilled. Right center field. Lightning strikes. 2-0 Phil.
All sports at FC are fun and unique, but one thing that helps all of them get better is the weight room.
Floyd Central has hired a new weight room instructor. Highlander Highlights reporter Colby Pennington tells us about him.
Junior, seniors, sophomores, freshmen, what time?
All right, before I came here, I was at Heritage Hills for 6 years, and I was a strength conditioning coach there. I was a head wrestling coach, middle school wrestling coach. I've done all the coaching there. Before there, I was at Columbus East, and I was at Columbus East for quite a while, wrestling coach and strength coach there. And I started my teaching career at Greensburg High School, Greensburg Junior High, and Greensburg Elementary. So I had 10 years there prior to, started in 2003. So coming to Floyd, I graduated from Seymour High School, so Floyd was always the situation where we would always get in throwdowns in the finals. For wrestling and any other kind of sport, we'd always kind of Seymour and Floyd at the time. And so when this opened, I knew I wanted to get back into a bigger school. I had my time at a small school. It's nice to raise my kids, but to teach when we have 20 some odd kids in the classroom, it's nicer to come in here where I've got 50, 60. We've got a lot of sports that are involved. We've got 400, 500 kids through the weight room. It was something I want to get back into. It's something that everybody can get better at, whether you're a younger kid, and I'm talking down into 5th, 6th, 7th grades, all the way up to the older folks. My 72-year-old mother is in a weight program. She lifts 3 days a week and plays pickleball the other 2. So it's something that everybody can benefit from. Not everybody's got to be a power lifter, bodybuilder, but every sport can benefit from it. Every kid that, if you look at our classroom going on right now, you've got kids in there that aren't athletes, that have chosen to do something else, which is awesome, but they can still benefit from being in a weight room. And so for me, it's something that I can literally teach every day. It's something whether, I've got guys in here who have lifted for multiple years, these seniors, that I can still correct them and help them get better. That's what I'm looking at doing.
That's this edition of Highlander Highlights. I'm Liam Vetter.
And I'm Luke Leathers.
Looks like you lost to number 1.